Luka just carried this team to the Western Conference Finals with Jalen Brunson and company. I mean, Jalen Brunson.
This team was way different.
It was. It feels way
different.
different.
But also,
different.
I look at
the West is a little bit better.
It is better, but I look at the Mavericks, Kyrie and Luka. I think outside of Denver, who can't they beat in the West?
Golden State.
Golden State is tough.
A healthy Pelicans team, I would take.
Who's guarding Paul George or Kawhi?
That's Clippers.
Josh Green.
Be serious. He's a good player. Be serious.
Josh Green's developing.
No, he's
developing.
No, I'm with. Listen.
No,
listen,
I think he was
Joel,
being sarcastic.
I'm with you.
He was joking.
No,
he's
not.
joking.
No, you saw
Josh Green is good.
No, you said he's developing.
No, Joel,
I'm
he's
with
good.
you.
Be serious.
Same guy.
Yeah,
Jaden McDaniels is guarding LeBron and Steph.
Kawhi Leonard would kill Josh.
Jaden McDaniels is one of the best on-ball defenders in the league.
LeBron
Right
and Steph Curry. Come on.
Jaden McDaniels is a better
Jaden
option than
McDaniels.
Josh Green.
Yes,
No, of course.
But regardless, we're saying these guys are going to get there.
Jaden McDaniels is better than any defender on the Boston Celtics right now.
What does that have to do with
All right,
anything? We're
Marcus
not
Smart is
talking
hurt.
about the Celtics.
Shut it. You're disrespecting McDaniels right now. Now
He said he was stopping LeBron.
Just be serious.
He could definitely slow him down.
No. Stop.
LeBron,
I don't need
how
to.
many
He's
points?
making a fool of
How many points did
himself.
LeBron have in the fourth quarter against OKC?
Oh my God. He
not many.
just had
Jalen
40
Williams was
going
shutting
into
him
the
down.
fourth.
What are we talking about? McDaniels
Shutting him down?
He's one of the
He had
best
38
on-ball
points.
defenders in the league. He had nothing. He had 2 points in the fourth.
He really didn't play. I don't know why.
He was living on a high.
Yeah,
For real, nah, he passed the record and he was like,
I get it.
my night's over.
I get it.
Listen, all I'm saying
can't
is that
match
I
that
look.
high. I get it.
Luka has shown me before that him with
Listen.
first 2 playoff series against the Clippers, he went
lost.
to 7 with no co-star.
Respectfully, he lost.
But
Okay,
he
let's-
went to
let's stop.
7.
Okay, wait,
He
wait,
went
wait,
to
wait,
7,
wait.
bro.
And Kristaps,
Nobody
the way that you're
expected
treating Kristaps, like Kristaps wasn't integral in that series.
He was.
The bubble one, not the next
You
one.
talking about the next
the
one?
next one,
I
Luka
know.
carried.
He did.
All right.
He did.
Bro,
They also in that next playoffs won games without Luka.
PeWee, hold on for just
Against
one.
the-
just
yeah,
just
Jalen
one
Brunson
They
second.
got past the
let you
Jazz.
cook.
Just
Let me let you
hold on for 1 second. Joel, you love to bring up that 7-game series, but you fail to mention that the Mavericks were shooting at a historical godlike Jesus, Mary, Christ rate. They were shooting at a ridiculous rate that they won't shoot again. They were shooting at a
And
ridiculous rate.
Kawhi
the first
had
5
Shaq-like
games.
efficiency, which
Yes,
probably
but
would not
that's
happen
what it
again
took.
in that
That's what it
second
took.
matchup.
But
Because
yes,
that's what it
but yes,
took.
But look, that's not the same West. There is a lot of great, sturdy,
Facts.
elite teams in the West that can give them a run for their money.
Elite?
Yes.
Who's elite outside of the Denver Nuggets?
The Memphis Grizzlies are an elite.
They're not
team
an
in the
elite
West.
team.
They
They're
haven't
not.
been.
They
They
have
They have
They're
one.
an
They
elite
have
team in the
one
West.
of the
They're
worst half-court
They're an
offenses
elite
in the
team
NBA.
in the West.
They have one of
The
the
Bucks
worst
do
half.
too, and they're still elite. What are you talking about?
Bucks been on the
Grizzlies
heater.
half-court offense is worse than
The
than
Grizzlies
Bucks.
are an elite team in the West. Let's stop being dumb here. They're an elite
So
team in the
you
regular
would
season.
pick them over
They're-
Luka and Kyrie in the
That's just not the
series?
first
Yes.
name I would have brought
Luka
up.
and Kyrie,
Yeah,
the
but they're the
Grizzlies.
they're the next seed.
The Grizzlies
but
have
they're
been
not that
playing.
I would pick the Grizzlies.
Okay,
Why would
you
I not?
named
They
2
have the rim
teams.
protection.
How many
They
other
have the-
elite teams
They
are
have
in the
the rim
West?
protection. They have the depth. They have the
Are you
duo.
calling-
They have a
are you
playoff
calling-
performer.
are
Why
you
wouldn't I
calling
pick them?
A Pelicans team with Zion elite.
Healthy Zion.
Not yet.
Pelicans team
Why
is an
not?
elite regular.
Why
They're an
not?
elite
The
team.
only
Why
elite
not?
team in the West are the Denver Nuggets.
Why?
That's
Based
it.
off what?
Yes.
Based
Healthy
off
Warriors.
what?
What do you
Warriors.
mean? They just had a
Healthy
146
Warriors.
offensive rating in the
Hello,
first
hello.
So
quarter.
they're
Before
a
you
healthy
tweak
team
out.
because of the regular
Before you
season.
tweak
How
out.
is Memphis not elite?
Healthy
I'm not
Warriors.
saying
They
you're
made
wrong.
the Western Conference Finals healthy with
In the
Jamal Murray and Nikola
bubble,
Jokic.
that was 3 years ago. We don't care about the bubble anymore.
Okay, what happened
We're
in the
not
next
even
2
in that
years?
situation
Jamal Murray was out.
anymore.
Michael Porter Jr. was out. They were healthy. When they were healthy, they made the conference finals, bro.
No,
What are we talking about?
In the bubble. It was in a bubble. Why
The
do you
year
keep bringing up the
before, they
bubble?
were 1 game away from making the conference
They
finals
played the
with Jamal Murray
Spurs
and
in
Jokic.
Portland. Let's talk about what's been happening
Portland,
now.
they went to
You're
7.
calling
They went to
Denver.
7.
You're calling Denver
went
an
to
elite
7.
team based off what they're doing in the regular season, right? So
Are they not an elite team?
Memphis should be considered an elite team. They're a top 3
They're
seed.
not the Nuggets, bro. They're not the Nuggets. The Nuggets have a
That's
top 3
different
player
level.
in the world. John Moran is not that.
They're not the Nuggets.
because they're not
No,
the
what
Nuggets,
he's
they're
saying
elite.
with
The
these-
Nuggets, I think, are in a
listen,
different
what
The
I'm-
Denver's elite.
They
But
are.
Memphis can be elite also.
They can.
They could be.
Their
They're not
offense-
the Nuggets.
their offense-
They're not the
Their
Nuggets.
offense is not
They're
up to
inconsistent,
par
bro.
with the others.
They're inconsistent.
But their defense is good enough that they can still hang around, which is why I'm with you.
Memphis defense is
They
elite.
haven't. 100%, one of the best defense in the league.
And
But what the issue
and
is,
what we've seen from them in the playoffs, they make jump after
You're right,
jump
you're
after
right.
jump
And John
after
Morant
jump.
in playoff time is gonna be
after jump.
different.
John Morant is a different breed in
needs
the
to be
playoffs. What are we
available.
doing
He
here?
needs to be available.
They have the depth. They have the rim protection. They have
do.
they have the wing
They do.
defender.
They do.
They have everything
They
you
do.
need. They have the coach. They have
They
the
do.
same thing. How you're? And I'm not disagreeing with you with Denver, but we seem to have a problem with Memphis because you lack to give them credit. They have the coach. They have the star. They have the co-star. They have the rim protection.
Who's
they
the
have
co-star?
The co-star is Desmond Bain.
Respect him.
They have
Respect respect him.
Jackson at the rim. They have Jaren Jackson at the rim.
Desmond Bane's my co-star?
You're a legitimate chocolate.
Are you
You're a
ridiculous?
chocolate. You're a
Desmond
chocolate.
Bane's my co-star?
Jaren Jackson is the co-star.
Second
Co-stars.
Desmond
One is
Bane.
not Desmond Bane.
Offensively,
it's Desmond Bane. But whatever.
Offensively, it's Desmond
We can
Bane.
even put Jaren Jackson as the co-star
Facts.
because he is right now the best rim protector in the
game.
NBA.
Yes.
Then they have the depth. They have the coach.
Yep.
They have literally, and they have the confidence and the swagger. They have everything
That's
you
gotten
need.
them nowhere.
They have
What's their record against the West this
the
season?
hell?
What's their record against the West this season?
It's
What's
not
their
good.
record?
It's not
What's
good.
their
It's
record?
not
After
good.
John
It's
Moran's
not
comments
good.
that they would,
Enough.
no
Joel,
team in the West
it's
is
not good.
competing with them.
Why we
They
act
have
like
a
that
negative
matters
record
in
against
the-
the Western
why we act
Conference
like that
this
matters in-
season.
Why do
What
we
are you
act
talking
like that
about?
matters in the playoffs?
You talking about?
It doesn't.
Why
What
is
is
the West
hold on.
why are we
No,
why
no,
are we
no.
raising
No,
our tone?
I'm just
Because
confused. I'm just
realistically,
confused.
the
What is
way-
this? What is this thing to prop up the Memphis Grizzlies? You
No.
want
hate
to
'em.
And-
Rip,
why are
Rip.
you propping up the
Rip.
Mavericks? They're
They have
one-dimensional.
Luka
Okay,
Doncic.
and they have
What?
fucking John Morant. Lower your fucking tone.
John Moran is not Luka. Are you telling me John Moran is
No
Luka?
one is
John
saying
Moran
that.
is not
but the
Luka.
Grizzlies
Dallas
are
the
much more
Grizzlies?
than. Are they?
No.
With Kyrie Irving, yes,
You
they
didn't even see them
are.
play.
They're
Bro, it's
better.
literally two
They're better.
players. It's
It's
two
Lu-
players.
Those two players can
No,
win you
of
multiple
course.
series
Because he
in the
hates the
playoffs.
Grizzlies.
No,
He hates the way they
But-
talk
no,
shit.
hold on,
How
hold on.
confident they
'Cause
are.
I'm actually confused here because I got annoyed because you wanted to discredit the Nuggets. Oh, the
Wait,
bubble doesn't
what?
matter. You
What?
said that's what he
No,
said.
no, he's
he
losing.
said the
No,
bubble
he
does
lost
not
me.
matter.
He lost me.
He was
Grant,
like in the
Grant, it doesn't
bubble,
matter
in
for
the
right now
bubble,
in the
in the
season.
bubble.
Okay, it doesn't matter
They
for
have
right now
not
in the
been
season.
healthy for 2 years.
Exactly, so
Jokic
it doesn't
alone
matter.
without Jamal Murray
It
with the
doesn't
starting backcourt of
matter.
Austin Rivers
The
and
bubble
Facundo
doesn't-
Campazzo
Bro,
beat the
bro,
Blazers
bro,
in the first
nobody
round.
cares 'cause the
Jokic
bubble
finally
does not
has
matter
a
for the
team.
season. The
I
bubble
just
doesn't
don't
matter.
understand.
But who's
Why-
discrediting
I-
the Nuggets?
I just don't
Nobody.
understand. Why are
Joel,
we propping
before
up
you
the
fucking
Grizzlies
tweak
after
out
3
who's-
series? The
who's
first
tweaking-
series, they lost to the Utah Jazz in the first round. John Moran had
eighth
amazing
seed.
stats. Yes, the second series, John Moran did not even play better than Anthony Edwards. The Timberwolves
still
blew
won.
lead
They
after
still
lead
won.
after
They
lead.
still
They
won.
still won.
Speak
In the
about
second
this.
round,
What does that
John
speak
Moran got
about?
hurt.
That's
The
different.
Grizzlies,
What does
the
that speak volumes
Nuggets
on the
have a
Grizzlies
better
as a whole?
have a better
Why
track
are we doing
record
the
in the
Why-
playoffs.
I don't know why it's a
I don't
Nuggets
know
thing.
either. He's
Why'd you
doing
make
a
it a
Denver
Nuggets
versus the
Because he
Grizzlies.
said the Grizzlies
No,
are
he
elite.
did
The
not.
Grizzlies are not on the Nuggets level.
Okay,
The
no
Nuggets
one's-
are
did you
elite.
say
They're in a
that,
tier
Riv?
of their
I mean,
own.
if
They're
my
in a tier
brain's
of their
calling
I
own.
called the Grizzlies an
called
elite
them
team.
Yeah,
I
elite
said
team.
Denver is better. I did not say Grizzlies were better than Denver.
They're not
But
an
let's-
elite team.
but
They're
the
not.
Grizzlies
They're
aren't
not the
a-
Nuggets.
why?
The Nuggets are on a tier
They
of
don't
their
have
own
to
in the
be
West.
the Nuggets to
No
be an
one is
elite
saying
team.
that.
You're putting you're
The
putting the standard at
conversation's
the Nuggets.
Dallas. The
standard- like, what are you
conversation's
talking
Dallas. You
about?
said that Dallas is elite.
No, I didn't. I said Dallas
I
can
don't
beat
know.
the
I don't know.
Grizzlies
You said
in a
there's one of
series.
two teams that are elite.
He said that. He didn't
No,
call-
I
don't think he
didn't.
called
I never
Dallas.
said they were
I don't
elite.
think he
I
called
just said
Grizzlies.
I would take the Mavericks over
He
the
did say that,
Grizzlies
yeah.
in a
I
series.
don't-
That's what I said.
I don't think he said the
No.
Mavericks.
My mind is not. My mind is
This
not
whole thing
failing
started
me
because
right
Riv
now.
said there's elite after elite after elite team in the West, and I said the only elite team in the West is the Nuggets. That's
the
what I
Warriors.
said.
I would
That's
put
how this
the
all
Grizz- The
started.
Grizzlies being the
They still
second
have
team,
what,
I
though?
don't think is
The Nuggets right now are the best team in the West.
That doesn't mean they can't
Yes.
beat other elite teams.
I think
No,
the Warriors
that's-
healthy
So do you
could
think?
be.
Yeah, I think the Warriors
Yes,
healthy are an
I
elite
guess.
team.
Like,
You
like-
could-
like-
you
But
could-
those might be. I don't see Memphis.
Why are
I
the
don't-
Grizzlies elite over the Phoenix Suns? Make me that argument. Make me that argument legitimately.
they're
Is
a
that
better overall
crazy
team.
to say?
They're a better overall team.
better players?
One made the finals. One has Devin Booker.
What
What does
happened?
that have to do with right now?
Right now,
Why
the
do you
better
keep
Suns
team.
were the
One
first
has-
seed
one
before
has
D-Book
Devin-
got out.
Why are we
and this
disrespecting
is
John
what's
Moran?
confusing
John Moran is
confusing
not
me.
Devin Booker.
What
I'm
do-
sorry, bro.
what do you-
He's not. I'm
Are
sorry.
we
There's a
gonna
gap?
sit here and have this conversation
gap?
like John Moran and Devin Booker don't sit at the same table?
They sit at the same
Devin
table.
What are
for
you
sure.
saying?
I think he's a better shot creator than him. He's a better defender. I like D-Book. I'm sorry. I know John Moran.
can say- I'm not saying you're wrong here,
John Moran in
but
the
they don't
playoffs
sit
does
at
his
the
thing.
same
But hold
table?
on, hold on. Answer me this
do.
question. What is the argument over the Grizzlies being a more elite team than the Suns? The Suns
have
were
more
the
talent.
the Suns
Yes.
were the first seed in the West
They
before
have more
D-Book
talent.
went out.
They have more talent.
I want to get Pierre and OG's opinion on this. Is it crazy to say the Suns?
I'm sorry. This is good stuff right here, man.
Yeah,
y'all
I like
keep
it.
this going. This is awesome. Man. This is fantastic. Keep going, guys. I'm loving this.
I mean, with all due respect, the Suns, we see who they are. We know who they are. We can respect and
Because they lost to the Mavericks?
Can I finish speaking? Thank you. We understand who the Phoenix Suns are. Yes, Devin Booker is amazing, one of the best talents in the game. Outside of that, you have question marks about the rest of the team. Mikhail's a great great defender, yes, but what's his offense? It's limited.
He's improved
No
dramatically.
doubt. He has.
He's averaging a career high 17 a game this year. With
Okay,
the book out, he was
no
averaging
doubt.
23 plus.
Okay, again, so what did it go from 15 to 17? It's a minor increase.
There's
but
a lot
again,
of options.
Joel,
on the Suns.
let me finish speaking. For the love of
You
God.
just said Cam Johnson is one of the better players in the league, not talked about. He's there, right?
Yes, okay.
DeAndre Ayton's the top 10 center. Chris
Joel,
Paul's one of the best
Joel,
floor general point
Joel,
guards.
I'm just
D
gonna
Book
stop
is a
talking.
top 2 shooting guard in the league. I'm just saying, what's the difference between the Suns and the Memphis Grizzlies as a team?
I
think
try
there's
to
seven more
fucking tell you,
questions.
but if you cut me off, I can't tell you. Are you
What's
gonna
the
let?
difference? I'm not agreeing with these points. You're not acknowledging
didn't
Mikal
say
Bridges'
anything.
development.
I didn't get a chance to say a fucking word because you're constantly interrupting.
You better get in your bag, Drew.
Go ahead, we listening, Drew. What you got, Drew?
DeAndre Ayton, we understand what his game is. Chris Paul, we understand that he's aging. Yes, he's still playing solid basketball, but it's not the Chris Paul of what we expected. So automatically, our expectations of the Suns, our image of the Suns is a little bit tainted. Now we look at the Grizzlies, who've been playing great defense all season long. Not just last season, but not just this season, of course, but last season as well. Offensively, if you want to have your concerns with them, that is up to you. But Moran is averaging 27 points per game, one of the league's best scorers in the game, next to Desmond Bane, who I agree with Riv. In terms of offense, that is the co-star. But in terms of
Oh
the
my
Memphis
gosh,
Grizzlies,
that's how we make co-stars.
no doubt. I understand where you're coming from, P.
No, I
know
didn't mean
what you
to
mean.
stop you from cooking. Keep going,
That's
keep going.
fine. Jaren Jackson is the number 2 best player on that team. So, yes, that is his co-star. But that speaks to how great the Grizzlies are as well. Understand that as a whole, the Grizzlies are just built better than the Phoenix Suns. Dylan Brooks, one of the better perimeter defenders.
You
as
hate
well.
Dylan Brooks.
I cannot like him as a player, but I can understand who he is on the court.
What about offensively?
His shot selections
You
is
can't,
not
you
good.
can't pull out the bag. You
Bro,
literally hate
he
the
complains
Grizzlies.
about Desmond Bane every. I mean,
You hate the Grizzlies.
He complains
You
about
hate the
Dylan Brooks
Grizzlies.
every
And you
episode.
complain
Now
about
you're
the
propping
Grizzlies.
him
You
up.
complain
all
about
I
the
do,
Grizzlies.
all I do is
regardless if you
acknowledge
like him or
how I say it constantly. His shot selection is dog shit. You can ignore
lying.
it for the sole fact that he's one of the best perimeter defenders in the league. Is that not what I say constantly?
He can stop LeBron.
Is that what I say constantly?
He can stop
So how
LeBron.
about we calm the fuck down? We let others finish their damn sentences. Because I know for a fact, I know for a damn fact that you don't feel this passionately about the Phoenix Suns. You're trying to get a point across.
No, I think the Suns are an overlooked team because people have seen that Dallas Mavericks series, and that's all they hold over them.
So what are they? What are they?
I think they're a really great team in the West.
What
They're
does
in the
that-
same
what does
tier
that
as the
mean?
Grizzlies. They're in the same
That
tier
is
as the
so
Grizzlies.
wild.
If they matched up in the series, is there a wash? That's a 7-game series in the playoffs.
We thought the same shit last season with the Suns versus Dallas.
The Grizzlies are tier 2
You
team.
had
seven
Dallas for
games.
Luka.
I had Dallas winning the series.
I just gave you that credit. You had Dallas winning that series because of Luka. You were in the minority on that, and that's why I respect you for that. But a majority had the Suns winning that series easily. Why? Because people thought, similar to how you're doing right now, that they're better than they might actually be.
I am just baffled how we look at this Suns team. One, the only aging player on it is Chris Paul. Everybody's getting better. Say what you want to. Look, I think DeAndre Ayton, for his status and draft status, is disappointing. He's still a top 7 center at worst. Can give you 20 and 10 every single night.
I put out this
defensively.
no.
I put out this
Hell
poll.
no.
I put out this poll
Seven
about
center?
what is DeAndre Ayton. I asked if he's top 5, top 7, top 10 to see the landscape of how
How many
people
players
see
are over DeAndre
Ayton.
definitively?
Okay, so you have
Definitively.
Jokic, Embiid. Go ahead.
Is
Coach.
Cat a center?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cat,
Adebayo,
Bam Adebayo,
correct.
That's and Jared Allen. That's 5. I think we could definitively say.
I would, yeah, no doubt.
Is Jared
And-
Allen
and you can-
easily better than Ayton?
Is Jared Allen? Are we not having a conversation, or is that just a wall?
That's not
It's
a wash.
It's a conversation.
Okay, so
because I just watched DeAndre Ayton.
So who would you guys lean?
You guys just said you just said that Nick Claxton is arguably the defensive player of the year. He just put 35 and 15 on him two nights ago.
So
2 nights ago, he just did that. Not only did he do that, the way Phoenix implements him in that offense, where they're getting the ball to him in transition and in the mid post and in the mid range, where he's knocking that shot down. And when he's doing that, they're a much better team than what they're displaying. Now, don't get me wrong. Jared Allen is one of the better rim protectors in the game, and I hold him in a high regard as a defensive player. But I think the divide between him and Ayton is definitely on the offensive end, especially when Ayton is playing like he's playing the other night. So I'm going to hold up on the Jared Allen logic.
Sabonis I'd put over Ayton.
Yeah.
We're still saying go Bears.
In a playoff series, though, Ayton is more.
I'm just asking.
Defensively, Sabonis is not Ayton.
I don't want to
No,
cop
but we
out. I'm
know.
just asking who's
Come
better.
on.
Yes
Who's
or no?
better? Okay, but
Coming from Sabonis.
Allen,
guy.
Ayton is better than Allen to me.
Okay,
So I'm
so
taking-
actually,
Give me
okay.
Sabonis. Give me Sabonis.
Yes.
I agree with everything OG said, but OG, you also got to talk. Let's talk about the nights where he got 8 points against
Right.
Boston.
He's inconsistent.
12
Let's talk
points,
about
13
8 points
right?
against
They got
against
AD as a
Houston.
5.
Against
I
Houston.
don't count AD, but listen, AD obviously. If
Brooke
you call
Lopez
him,
or DeAndre Ayton?
DeAndre Ayton.
DeAndre Ayton, okay.
DeAndre Ayton.
Rudy
Because
Gobert
Brooke
or
Lopez is
DeAndre
30
Ayton?
fucking
DeAndre
9.
Ayton.
DeAndre Ayton's better than Rudy Gobert?
Yes.
We all with that? Okay.
I don't. Am I confident
It's
with
a
that? I
conversation.
don't
It's a
know if I'm
conversation.
For
confident.
what they do,
Who would you rather have?
If I'm the Suns,
Like I'm like okay, the Ayton point is valid, but
I'm the Suns rather.
and
I think
and
top
Ayton's
7, I don't know.
bro, in
Top 10
Ayton's
though.
in
Top
Ayton-
10.
in Ayton's first playoff series, 16-12. His second one, 18-9. Like he's not a slouch. And
like his
also
averages.
when talking about
lower.
when talking about the Suns, like okay,
Yeah.
I'm
who
looking
the
at
Raptors
Joe,
center?
No, hold on, Joe. Let's get you going strictly off the numbers. What we're talking about is how this dude is implemented in that offense, right? Because those numbers can be skewed if he's going 16 and 12. He can have stretches where he doesn't touch the basketball and he's completely
Especially
ineffective
when Booker's
when he's
in the
not touching the basketball, right?
Yeah.
He doesn't do anything if he's not scoring. Is he on the backboard? Is he disruptive in the paint? Is he rebounding, right? Is he defending on the block? Is he man in the paint? So we're talking about a guy who's 16 and 12. Let's take the numbers, let's not just go with the numbers. We got to figure out exactly who Ayton is when he's playing. Let's just because those numbers can be skewed.
Correct.
Let's hold the phone on that.
correct. OG, I would say this past playoff series versus Dallas, I didn't think Ayton showed up at all. But you look at the first playoff series in the second round, he was guarding Jokic one-on-one, and he did a great job on Jokic.
did.
In the conference finals. The first game, he has the game-winning tip-in, and they were surviving with Chris Paul being injured and D-Book kind of being hobbled. I just don't like how much the Suns get disrespected because, and it's kind of funny how the hate for the Suns has kind of shifted to the Grizzlies, although people still kind of hate the Suns. 2 years ago, 51 wins. They make the finals. Okay, people call it a fluke run. The next year, 64 wins. You don't win 64 games for no reason.
Do the Suns have a better bench player than Trey Jones? Tyus Jones.
Tyus Jones?
Do the Suns have a
No.
better? No. Do they have a better bench player than Brandon Clark?
Excuse me.
Saric,
No.
maybe.
I
Saric
think
is
Cam,
good.
I think Cam Johnson could be,
Cam Johnson's
gonna
the
start
only
'cause
one
of
in this
Jay Crowder.
conversation.
He's starting
correct.
now, though.
Correct.
but he's starting now, right?
But also, it's an 8-man rotation in the
Memphis
playoffs.
is
Seven.
deeper.
Memphis is
sometimes.
deeper.
Memphis is deeper.
They're
They're
deeper.
one of the most deep teams
and,
in the NBA.
and the main point of which you said, which if you wanted to make that the main point of your argument, I'm fine with, of Devin Booker being the leader of this team. It's not like you can't say John Morant, at the minimum, doesn't sit at that exact same table.
No doubt. What's the series if they play?
He sit at the same table, but he definitely getting his lunch tray a little later.
I'm with you. I think Devin Booker's better.
Booker's better.
I think Booker's
Yeah,
better.
Booker get his lunch first.
Yeah, and I think Booker's game is it fits better in the playoffs, I think. Just at him as a shot
shooter.
creator.
What?
As a shooter.
He went to the finals.
I mean, he's
went
the
to the
ultimate
finals.
shot creator.
However,
But
I don't
wait.
disagree with what you're saying,
because,
Riff.
okay, John Morant, and you're gonna harp on it. He had one bad series, but the Utah Jazz were the number one defense in the league. He averaged 30 on them.
The same
bugged out.
And then Golden State,
In
he
his
had a
first
40 ball.
first
This
playoff.
is funny.
Yeah,
This is
that's
funny.
fine.
I'm not gonna sit here and say I'm not gonna sit here and say he's this all world playoff performer. But I think his game is just fine in the playoffs in most matchups. I think it's okay.
Okay, this is what were the
I
difference
think his
between
game translates.
what were
I
the
do.
what was the difference between the Jazz this past season and 2 seasons ago defensively?
No wings.
I mean, no, I'm not. I'm talking
Wing
about
defenders. They didn't have it. Or
they didn't
perimeter
have
at
defenders
all.
even in the Ja series.
Correct.
They didn't have it. No, you're propping up Ja because
Is that tr-
He was,
yeah,
it was the same starting lineup.
Sort of,
he
kind
was
of.
a
No,
year two
no,
player.
But it kind of didn't matter because Ja was just attacking and he would see Rudy. That
Yeah,
one
no
defender
doubt.
did that.
I'm just. This is why I bring this up because you are propping up Ja for that series.
A year two player.
But in the offseason, when I used that series, when Jalen Brunson was cooking, and I used that series to prop up Jalen Brunson, it's the Utah Jazz. It's the same roster.
not-
but now you're
it's a
saying Ja
different
was so
team.
exceptional. Am I wrong for that?